It to third, and there's the first out. Folks, I apologize. I have no idea why that stream just stopped. All of a sudden, I look down, and it's not going out anywhere, but I think I'm back up and going now. We'll see. Christian Yelich, now the batter. Yelich 5 for 19 in the postseason, a .263 average. Snell to Yelich, strike one. They have headed to the top of the ninth in Toronto. All Mariners 10-3 in that game. Strike one pitch to Yelich is inside, a ball and a strike. One pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. Snell looking in, and the pitch to Yelich, swing and a miss. Strike three. Yelich goes down on strikes, and 2 down in the inning. And it'll bring up the number 3 hitter, William Contreras, the Brewers catcher. Contreras hit .300 in the division series against the Cubs. Went deep twice in that series. And takes ball one. Snell's 1-0 to Contreras, swing and a miss. Strike one. One pitch, that's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One, two downstairs. Check swing, but no swing. 2-2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, and the tag to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Brewers in the first. End of one, game one in Milwaukee. Dodgers Brewers, no score. So for the Dodgers here in the second, it's going to be Smith, Edman, and Muncy due up. Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher. Hitting 2 for 13 in the postseason for a 154 average. They're heading to the bottom of the ninth in Toronto. Mariners about to go up 2-0. They lead the Blue Jays 10-3. So barring some kind of monumental comeback, the Mariners are going to be going home in the ALCS up 2-0 on the number 1 seed, Toronto Blue Jays, who tied for the best record in the American League this year. But they're going to have to work some magic in this series. And here, this one, 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. Brewers ended up with the best record in baseball this year, 97-65. Beat out the Phillies by 1 game for the Major League's best record. That's why they get to host here in the NLCS over the Dodgers. As into the second inning we go. Aaron Ashby's start lasted 1 inning tonight as Priester is coming in to pitch. Quinn Priester appearing for the second time in the postseason. Lost in Game 3 of the division series. Only pitched 2/3 of an inning in that game. Gave up 4 runs. First pitch, top 2, is fouled away, strike 1. So Priester in to face Will Smith, and now has Will Smith down 0-2 on that called strike. O2 pitch is hit to second, and the throw over to first to retire Will Smith. 1 down in the Dodgers' second, and the batter will be Tommy Edman. Number 6 hitter for the Dodgers. Edman hitting 5 for 20 in the postseason. 2 of his 5 hits home runs. Strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Edman rips it to second. Nice play. And the throw to first in time. Good play there by Terang, reaching to his left to field that ball. And throws out Edman for the second out, and the batter will be Max Muncy. Muncy hitting .313 in the postseason. Steps up with the bases empty and 2 outs. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, not close. Misses way high. 1-1. 1-1 misses inside. Count goes to 2-1. The end of this half inning will go over to the Mariners Blue Jays. See if the Mariners put a wrap on that one. 2-1 pitch grounded foul. That will even the count 2-2. Crowd rises at American Family Field. Trying to urge this final out of the second. Priester's 2-2 down low, and the count is full to Max Muncy, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Ball 4 just missed the inside corner, and Muncy draws a 2-out walk. And it will bring up Enrique Hernandez. Enrique Hernandez hitting .318 in the postseason. Comes up with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the Dodgers' second inning. Enrique Hernandez fouls it back for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Enrique Hernandez. Strike. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch as the Brewers fans rise again. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Hernandez strikes out. Dodgers done in the second. We head to the bottom of the second in Milwaukee. Dodgers, Brewers, no score. Meanwhile, the finish of the Mariners and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have a runner at first, one out in the bottom of the ninth. George Springer, the batter. Springer grounds it to third. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play, and that ends the game up in Toronto. And the Seattle Mariners are 2 wins away from their first World Series appearance, as they have defeated the Blue Jays in Game 2, 10-3. So the Mariners, who were basically playing with house money tonight after winning Game 1 in Toronto, ruin Thanksgiving Day in the country of Canada and win it 10-3 in Game 2. So the Blue Jays have some regrouping to do in the off day and the travel day going to Seattle for Game 3, which will be on Wednesday. So that is that for that one. And we go to the bottom of the second in Milwaukee. It'll be Bryce Terang leading it off for the Brewers. Terang went just 3 for 20 in the division series against the Cubs. One of his 3 hits in that series was a home run, as he will lead it off here in the bottom of the second. And Blake Snell back to work after a 14-pitch first inning. So here we go, bottom of the second. Blake Snell against Bryce Terang. And the pitch. Terang shows bunt and takes on the outside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled away. It's 0-2. Snell's 0-2 pitch to Bryce Terang. In the air to left. Along that foul line, the catch is made by Enrique Hernandez for out number 1. And it will bring up Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn went 4 for 14 in the division series. 2 of those 4 hits, home runs. He was a big help for the Brewers eliminating the Cubs in that division series. Vaughn fouls it off for strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. One pitch. That is a hit on 1 hop to short. And the throw over to first for the second out. We'll bring up Sal Frelick with 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Frelick hit .235 in the division series against the Cubs. And a strike one on the outside corner to Frelick. Dodgers the only team to advance the LCS that had to play in the wild card round. Other 3 representatives in the LCS had one of the top 2 seeds and the wild card round off as Frelick takes strike 2. Dodgers did make quick work of the Reds in that wild card round. 0-2 pitch to Frelick from Snell down in the dirt, 1-2. One-two pitch upstairs. That'll even the count 2-2. Two-two pitch inside. That'll fill the count 3-2 on Sal Frelick. Payoff pitch is in the air to center. Pages under it. Brewers retired 1-2-3 in the second. On we go to the third. Game 1 in Milwaukee. Dodgers Brewers, no score. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Pages in the top of the order. Ohtani and Betts in the third inning for the Dodgers. Excuse me 1 second. Had to clear off something. Sorry about that. Anyway, on we go to the top of the third inning. Andy Pages leads it off for the Dodgers here in the third. Starter tonight for the Brewers, Aaron Ashby, only went the first inning. Priester came in the second. We'll see how long he goes tonight for Milwaukee. Pages is really in a slump. He is just 1 for 24 in the postseason, 0.42 average. So he's trying to get out of his postseason funk here as we've hit the LCS. It'll be Pages and then the top of the order, Ohtani and Betts for the Dodgers here in the third. Scoreless through 2 in game 1. On a Monday evening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Third postseason meeting between the two teams. And strike one here to lead off the third inning. Strike one to, or I'm sorry, ball one, excuse me, 1-1 to Pages. Pages fouls it off. It's 1-2. One-two pitch to Pages is outside, 2-2. Pages steps in, and the 2-2 pitch from Priester. Fouled away. Pages stays alive. Two-two, and Pages fouls it off again. Pages in a good battle here. Two-two to Pages. That's inside. Almost hit him, and the count's full, 3-2. 3-2 payoff. Hit foul. And the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Three-two again to Pages, and again he fouls it off. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up. 3-2 again. That's hit to third. Long throw across in time and make it 1 for 25 in the postseason for Pages. 1 out in the third. And back to the top of the order, Ohtani. Ohtani walked his first time. Ball one. Strike one. Counts even, 1-1. 1-1 to Ohtani. Strike two. Brewer fans rise, wave the yellow towels. 1-2, just missed inside. 2-2. Priester's 2-2 to Ohtani. Fad just got a piece to foul it off. Stay alive. Two-two pitch to Ohtani from Priester. Down low, and that'll fill the count, 3-2. Mookie Betts, the on-deck hitter. 3-2 payoff to Ohtani, fouled off. I think the Dodger hitters are doing, they are making Priester run the pitch count up. That's already 31 now since coming into the game last inning. Here's another 3-2 payoff pitch to Ohtani. In the air to left. And catch made in left field by Collins for the second out. That'll bring up Mookie Betts. Bases empty, 2 outs. Popped out his first time up in the first. And Betts takes inside, ball 1. 1-0 swing and a miss by Mookie Betts, evens the count 1-1. One hit to second and over to first. Dodgers down in order in the third. 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the third. Game 1 in Milwaukee. 0-0 game. So if this is any indication, might be in for one of those good old-fashioned pitchers duels tonight. In case you missed it, Mariners defeated the Blue Jays 10-3, so Mariners are going back home to Seattle with a 2-0 lead over the AL East champion Blue Jays. And the Mariners, who have never reached the World Series in their franchise history, can do it in front of their home fans with 2 wins at home. I think that fans will get that stadium rocking if that happens. Remember, keep in mind, in case you remember Seattle, the football team, the Seahawks, back a few years back, in a playoff game, the stadium got so loud it actually created an earthquake. They could do it again in baseball stadium. Other sports action, we do have 2 Monday night NFL games going on tonight, and a bit of a stunner at the game in Atlanta as they are nearing halftime. Falcons leading the Buffalo Bills 21-7. Bills coming off their first loss last week, and they are down 2 touchdowns to Atlanta nearing halftime in this one. And Chicago and Washington nearing the end of the first quarter. Bears lead Washington 6-0 in the other Monday night football game. Bit of news out of the NFL today. A bit of a stunner to me, but the Titans, they dismiss head coach Brian Callahan. 1-5 start this year after a 3-14 season a year ago. Only a second season. Kind of surprised that they possibly may have jumped the gun like that. Just only a season and a third into his head coaching career there in Tennessee. But Brian Callahan out as Titans head coach. So we'll see who they get in the interim for the rest of the year. First pitch, bottom 3, ball 1. To Durbin, leading it off for the Brewers in the third. 1-0 is outside, 2-0. Durbin hitting .250 in the postseason. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1. Two one is hit foul, and that'll even the count 2-2. 2-2. That's lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit, and the Brewers have their first base runner of the night. Leadoff single here in the bottom of the third for Durbin. And the batter will be Isaac Collins. He's only had 3 at-bats. He only had 3 at-bats in the division series against the Cubs. He's 0 for 3. Regular season, Collins hit .263. 9 home runs. He drove in 54. Strike 1 on the inside corner to Collins. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Collins swings through that one, and he's down 0-2. Medium-sized lead at first for Durbin, and the 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be a throw to first instead from Snell. Snell's 0-2 to Collins. I pitch outside. I think he went around. Yes, he did. And Collins strikes out. Took the bat around a little bit too far, and a strikeout for Snell is his third, and it'll bring up Ortiz, the number 9 hitter. Ortiz, 2 for 13 in the division series. And up and in, ball 1 to Ortiz. One 0 pitch. There's this high strike, 1-1. Snell looks in at Ortiz and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Oh, Durbin takes off for second, and he is going to be out. Durbin was taken off for second base. Snell threw over to first, and then the throw went down to second and gets Durbin by a mile, and there's 2 outs. So the Brewers run themselves into an out. The things you cannot be doing against this Dodgers team. So now it's 2 out, nobody on for Ortiz. Fouled back, 1-2. One-two pitch. There's a grounder up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first in time to end the inning. Mookie Betts went to his left, fielded that ball, and threw to first in time to get Ortiz. Brewers done in the third. 3 in the books in game 1 in Milwaukee. Zip, zip. Dodgers, Brewers. Be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith. In a 0-0 game. Dodgers have had 2 base runners, a walk to Ohtani and a walk to Muncy. Brewers' 1 base runner is a single by Durbin in the third, but he was erased on a caught stealing. Game 2 of this Dodgers-Brewers series will be tomorrow. Same start time as tonight, 8 o'clock, just after 8 o'clock Eastern time. I will be on a live stream for that one tomorrow night. On time this time because there's no previous game to go up against it tomorrow because it's a travel day in the American League tomorrow. That series, the Blue Jays and Mariners, will resume on Wednesday in Seattle. Also, start time just after 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock up there in the Pacific Northwest. And I guarantee Mobile Park will be rocking for Game 3 up in Seattle on Wednesday. Those following the NFL games, Bears added a late touchdown. So they now lead Washington 13-0. And they have reached the half in Atlanta. Falcons still lead the Bills 21-7. Another note from the NFL that I didn't have time to mention, for off sports real quick. Brian Branch, the Lions safety, gets a one-game suspension after in the starting the post-game handshake last night. There's no other way to put it. He just absolutely decked Juju Smith-Schuster in the postgame, and it's created a little bit of a melee at the end of that game. And so he will be sitting at home on the bench for the game, for the Lions' next game. So that's some NFL news for you. As we go to the fourth inning, Teoscar Hernandez will lead it off for the Dodgers. First pitch, top 4, ball 1. One 0 misses outside. 2-0. Two 0 misses inside. It's now 3-0 to Teoscar Hernandez. Taking all the way on 3-0, and that is low, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Teoscar Hernandez to lead off the fourth. And it'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Strikeout victim his first time up. Any new viewers tuning in on the live stream, I forgot to mention something. I will mention something at the between inning break that I do try to mention each of my live streams. I think I failed to mention it the last couple. But there's something I want to mention, and I'll do it at the half inning break. It's nothing of major importance, but strike 1 to Freeman. The 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1. Now the count on Freddie Freeman. One to Freeman is in the air to left and on his horse in left field and leaping for the catch. Out in left field is Collins for the first out. Teoscar Hernandez had to dash back to first base. Didn't think Freeman hit it that hard, but that ball kept going. But Collins makes a leaping catch out there in left field. He'll bring up the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Foul back, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. Dodgers have their first hit of the game. It'll be runners at first and second for the Dodgers here in the fourth. And the batter will be Tommy Edman. So a scoring chance for the Dodgers here in the fourth. Tommy Edman, the batter, he grounded out his first time up. Edman lines this one into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Teoscar Hernandez had to stop at third. He wasn't sure if the ball was going to be caught or not, but the Dodgers have him loaded here in the fourth for Max Muncy. And that will get a visit from the Brewers pitching coach. Out to talk to Priester. Pitching coach Chris Hook going out to have a chat with Priester before this Max Muncy at bat. So big situation here. We're still only in the fourth inning, but runs have been hard to come by, or none to come by in the first 3 innings. The big spot here is the Dodgers have them loaded with 1 out. So Muncy comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out. And the pitch from Priester, ball 1. One-0 pitch. That's in the air to center. That's hit deep back to the wall, and it is. Is that catch? Or did that hit the top of the wall? That's a catch out there in center field. Or is it? I haven't seen a signal. They're calling it a catch, I think. Teoscar Hernandez came in to score, but Contreras, the catcher, is going back to tag third base. I have never seen that in my life. Frelick went up to try and rob a home run. It dropped off his glove. It hit off the top of the wall and came back down in his glove. Hernandez slides into home. I'm not exactly sure what's being called here. They called it a catch in center field. I know that it was clearly a catch on the replay. Now, the question is Hernandez, did he score on a sac fly? Because William Contreras, the catcher of the Brewers, went back to tag third base, which tells me he thinks that Hernandez left early. And this is going to replay. That was unbelievable. Here's the play at the plate. He's clearly safe at the plate. That's not the question. The question, I think, is, did he leave early? Which obviously is what Contreras thinks if he went back to tag third base. Actually, the home plate umpire signaled out at the plate, But Hernandez clearly was safe because you obviously have to tag him. The ball beat him, but there was no tag before Hernandez slid into home plate. I think we might be about to get the call. So it's clearly a catch in center and probably a robbery of a grand slam home run because that ball looked like it was headed over the fence. Here's the call. It is a double play to end the inning. How is that a force out at home? Because the bases were loaded. It was a catch in center field. How is that a force out? Oh, okay. I see what they called. Okay. They said it was not a catch because it hit off the top of the fence. The throw home was the force. Contreras went back to third base to get that tag on that force play. That's what the call was. Okay, wow. That was about as odd of an ending of a half inning as you could get. So yes, the ball hit off the top of the fence, so it would in center, so it would not have been a catch there. The throw came home. That was the force play, and then Contreras went back to tag third for that force. That's what that would be a 8-2 double play to end the inning. Absolutely unbelievable. Bottom of the fourth, it's still 0-0. Top of the order, Churio, Yelich, and Contreras due up for the Brewers. I was all sorts of confused right there. But so, wow. All right. It's going to be Churio leading it off in the bottom of the fourth for the Brewers. So, even though Frelick did not make that catch in center field, it still technically took away a grand slam home run because that looked like it was going over the wall, and he put his glove up to keep it from going over and hit the top of the fence. Then he grabbed it, and then so he still technically robbed a home run. Strike one to Churio to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Wow. 0-1 pitch downstairs, 1-1. I've been watching baseball for 30 some years. I've never been as confused as I was to right there. 1-1, a swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two pitch to Churio down in the dirt, 2-2. Appeal to first base for a swing, but no swing, says the first base umpire. Two inside and low, full count on Jackson Chourio. Payoff pitch. Chourio fouls it off. Count stays 3-2. Payoff pitch. Chourio hits it foul, and we'll do it again. Three-two. Called strike three at the knees. Chourio was about to go down to first base, but he is called out on strikes. 1 out. And it will bring up Christian Yelich. That's strikeout number 4 for Blake Snell. Yelich was a strikeout victim his first time. Ball 1 outside. One 0 pitch to Christian Yelich. Outside, 2-0. Two 0 to Yelich, check swing foul, third base side, 2-1. Pitch number 50 for Blake Snell. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two delivery downstairs. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Payoff pitch from Snell to Yelich. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Snell here in the 4th, and it'll bring up William Contreras. He also struck out his first time up. Snell now with 5 Ks. Two out, nobody on, and pitch down low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even, 1-1. Excuse me. It's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One, 2 on the way. Bounced foul. Count stays 1-2. 1-2 pitch from Snell to Contreras. Bouncer. Snell fields. Quick throw to first in time to get Contreras by a step, and the Brewers done in the 4th. On to the fifth we go. Quite the pitcher's duel through 4 in this one in game 1. Dodgers Brewers, no score. Be the the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Hernandez, Pages, and the top of the order, Ohtani. In the fifth for the Dodgers in a 0-0 game. Something I said I was going to say, and then we had that confusion in the top of the 4th inning. If you're a regular viewer of my live stream, you know this. For any new people tuning into my live stream, first of all, thank you if you're a new viewer. And but I do like to mention this. If you're following along on TV, but listening to me, I have YouTube TV as my TV provider. There is that delay built in. So the action, what I say, is going to be a little bit behind what the real action is. I've tried to remove that delay in the past, but it starts buffering real bad if I do that. So I can't really do that. So I realize there's a little bit of a delay. Unfortunately, that's out of my hands. I can't really do much about it, but I do like to mention that if any new viewers are tuning in, say, well, this play happened. I don't even know what exactly the time length on the delay is, but whatever it is, yes, and I'm aware of the delay, and unfortunately, there's just not anything. My hands are kind of tied on that, but I do like to mention that. And we head to the fifth. 0-0 game, just 3 hits combined between the two teams. Enrique Hernandez will be the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers here in the fifth. Update you on the 2 Monday night NFL games going on. Third quarter in Atlanta, Buffalo trying to make a comeback. They've scored a touchdown. They're now within 7 at 21-14. Bears leading Washington 13-7, 5.5 to go second quarter. So top 5 we go in Milwaukee. Priester in his now 4th inning of work. He came in the 2nd inning. Aaron Ashby started the game, pitched the 1st inning. First pitch, top 5, ball 1. Brewers do have action in the bullpen. It's Koenig warming up. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Enrique Hernandez. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. Ohtani due up 3rd here in the 5th. 1-1 is inside. That'll make the count 2-1 on Enrique Hernandez. Two one. That is lined into left field and over the head and off the wall. Hernandez rounding first, in at second with a leadoff stand-up double here in the 5th. And it will bring up Andy Pages. Pages 0 for 1. Hernandez at second. Pitch to Pages. Strike 1. Pages grounded out his first time up. Oh, 1. That's on the inside corner for strike 2. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. That throw back to the pitcher got away from the pitcher. Luckily, it rolled to the shortstop, or else Enrique Hernandez could have taken third base there. 1-2 pitch. Bouncer to short. Enrique Hernandez has to hold at second, and the throw to first in time gets Paez for the first out. And we're back to the top of the order, Ohtani, as he comes up with a runner on and one out. And they are going to walk Ohtani intentionally to put the force play on, as it puts runners at first and second. And the batter will be Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 2. He's popped out and grounded out. Enrique Hernandez at second. Ohtani, the runner, at first. Strike one. Strike one pitch. 0-2. Here comes the crowd to their feet. Oh, 2 to Betts. That's hit to second. Over to short. One on to first. Double play. Inning-ending double play for the second inning in a row. We're halfway through it in Milwaukee. Dodgers and Brewers remain scoreless in Game 1. Be the middle third of the Brewers order, Turang, Vaughn, and Frelick. In the bottom of the fifth, Blake Snell's faced the minimum through 4. So Bryce Turang will be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fifth. Turang 0 for 1. Brewers have just one hit, and that was a single by Durbin in the third. Excuse me. This game moving right along. We're only about an hour and 17 minutes into it, and we're already into the bottom of the fifth inning. But when you have a 0-0 game and just 4 hits combined, that's why. So on we go to the bottom of the fifth, and here is Terang. First pitch, bottom 5, fouled away, strike 1. Terang flew out his first time up. Strike 1 pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 pitch, that's down low, 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss. Terang goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 6 for Blake Snell, and it will bring up Andrew Vaughn. Pitch to Vaughn, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. On the ground to short. Mookie Betts with it, 2 out. And it'll bring up Sal Frelick. Frelick shows bunt, takes a strike. Strike 1 pitch. One hop to short. Mookie Betts over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Blake Snell. We move to the 6th in Milwaukee. 0-0, Dodgers and Brewers. Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith due up for the Dodgers here in the 6th. A pitcher's duel brewing in Game 1. Again, Game 2 will be tomorrow night, same time as tonight, just after 8 o'clock Eastern. Just after 7 o'clock in Milwaukee, and just after 5 o'clock out west. Then the scene shifts to Los Angeles for Game 3 on Thursday. The LCS round becomes best of 7, and it goes the 2-3-2 format. It'll be 2 in Milwaukee and then 3 in Los Angeles. And 2 in Milwaukee, if needed. Priester is done on the mound after 4 innings, as we will have a new Brewers pitcher here in the 6th inning. Chad Patrick coming in for the 5th time in the postseason. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings so far. He has struck out 6, hasn't given up anything. So Priester goes 4 innings, gives up 3 hits, did walk 3 and struck out 1, so that was a little bit of a problem, but didn't give up anything in the run column, though. So here we go. Teoscar Hernandez leading off. It's 0 for 1. He has reached on a walk. First pitch, top 6 upstairs, ball 1. One 0 is in the air to left. And making the catch is the shortstop Ortiz for out number 1. Brings up Freddie Freeman. Ball 1. Freeman 0 for 2 tonight. One 0 downstairs, 2-0. Two 0 is foul. Counts now 2-1. Two 1. Inside, 3-1. Three 1 pitch to Freeman. Strike 2. Payoff pitch to Freeman. In the air, deep right field. Back to the wall, looking up, and it's gone. Freddie Freeman sends it out to right. And the Dodgers break through here in the 6th. It's 1-0. Wasn't sure if that was going to get out or not. Just enough to get over the fence in right center. 1-0. Will Smith, the batter. And it's now 0-2. Oh, 2 to Smith. Bounces up there. 1-2. Tommy Edman on deck. One-two pitch. That's lined into center. That's going to be a base hit. Will Smith with his second hit of the game, and it will bring up Tommy Edman. Edman 1 for 2 tonight. And out once again comes pitching coach Chris Hook. So meeting on the mound is over. And here's Tommy Edman showing bunt. And pulled it back for ball one. One 0 pitch. That's foul. That will reach the seats. A ball and a strike. Patrick's 1-1 pitch to Tommy Edman. In the dirt, 2-1. Nice stop back there by Contreras. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even 2-2. Two-two pitch. Upstairs, full count. Max Muncy is on deck. Here's the 3-2 payoff. Bounce foul. First base side. We'll do it again. Another 3-2. Will Smith takes off from first, and a throw down. It doesn't matter. It's ball four. First and second with one out. Back-to-back walks. I'm sorry, not back-to-back walks. A single and a walk. And that's going to do it as Pat Murphy makes his way out of the dugout. It's going to do it for Patrick, and Koenig's coming in, fourth Brewers pitcher of the night. Runners at first and second and one out. Already a run in on the Freeman homer, and the Dodgers looking for more here in the sixth. So Patrick goes just a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits. A home run to Freeman, and he walked one. Koenig, this will be his 4th appearance in the postseason. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings. He's given up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout. As Koenig comes in a little bit of a jam, first and second for the Dodgers, 1 out here in the 6th. Already 1 in on the Freeman homer. Brewers are going to be trailing for the first time when they come up in the bottom of the sixth, and they're going to have the bottom third of their order, Durbin, Collins, and Ortiz, coming up as Blake Snell's faced the minimum through 5 innings. Monday night NFL scores, Washington and Chicago have reached the half. Bears lead Washington 13-7. And they have begun the fourth in Atlanta. Falcons still lead the Bills 21-14, and the Falcons are driving. So Koenig coming in here, trying to prevent any more runs. Koenig gets set to deliver his first pitch to Muncy, strike one. Strike one pitch to Muncy. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Enrique Hernandez on deck. Oh-2 pitch. In the air to left. Who wants it? Oh, collision out there. It's caught by Collins. It's out number 2. That was almost disaster out there. Collins made the catch, but Frelick was coming over from center field. Here's Enrique Hernandez. Strike one. Hernandez is 1 for 2 with a double. 0-1 pitch to him. Dow, strike 2 at the knees. Brewers needing one more strike to get out of the 6th inning with just the 1 run on the home run. Oh, 2 pitch. Low, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouled off. Comes the 1-2. Down low. Oh, the first base umpire. First base umpire said Hernandez swung. And that ends the inning. So the Freddie Freeman home run gets the Dodgers on the board. But it could have been a little worse for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0. Or it's not still 1-0. It is 1-0 Dodgers. So Durbin, who has the only hit of the game for the Brewers, leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th. Brewers now trailing for the first time in this game, 1-0. They've been out hit 5-1. So for all you sports bettors out there, this Dodgers-Brewers game, maybe wanted to take the under on this one. Under on the run scored. So Blake Snell is at the 66 pitch mark as he will come to work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And face Caleb Durbin to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Here we go. First pitch, bottom 6 at the knees. Strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Durbin behind in the count, 0-2. Snell's 0-2 pitch to Durbin. Outside, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. Durbin called out on strikes. And it'll bring up Isaac Collins. That's strikeout number 7 tonight for Blake Snell. Strike 1 to Isaac Collins. Swing and a miss on the 0-1. It's 0-2 to Collins. Oh, 2 pitch down in the dirt, 1-2. No, first base umpire said Collins swung. Well, I didn't think Enrique Hernandez swung to end the top half of this inning, and I don't think Collins swung there either. That's 2 outs. And it'll bring up Ortiz. Base is empty and 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Boy, Blake Snell is bringing it. One 0 or 0-1 is down low. Ball and a strike. One pitch. Outside, 2-1. Looking to the Dodgers 7th, it's going to be Pages, and then the top of the order, Ohtani and Betts. 2-1 is in there for strike 2. Two-two. Bouncer to third. And over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Blake Snell. He has faced the minimum through 6. We head to the 7th. Game 1 in Milwaukee. Dodgers lead it 1-0. Game 2 of this series tomorrow, as mentioned, same start time as tonight. Pitching matchup tomorrow for Game 2. It'll be Yoshinobu Yamamoto taking the hill for the Dodgers to start Game 2, and Freddie Peralta will get the Game 2 start for the Brewers. That will be just after 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Game 2 of this series. I will be on about 5 minutes prior to that first pitch on my live stream channels here tomorrow night. If you're watching on YouTube, Sports Bonanza John. If you're watching on Twitch, Sport Guru John. Nine, 1, and 2 hitters for the Dodgers. Pages leads off. Pages 0 for 2 tonight. And Koenig back to work here in the 7th. For the Brewers. So here we go. Into the late innings we go in Game 1. Freddie Freeman home run in the 6th inning for the Dodgers, the only run of the game to this point. First pitch, top 7 is foul. Strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. Inside corner, it's 0-2 on Pages. Oh, 2 downstairs, 1-2. It's the 1-2. Pages fouls it off, stays alive. Koenig gets set to deliver another 1-2 to Pages. Inside, 2-2. And time called prior to the 2-2 pitch. Two-two pitch from Koenig to Pages. Two hop to second, and the throw in time to retire Pages at first. One out. In the Dodgers seventh, then it'll bring up Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani 0 for 1 tonight. He has walked twice. With that 0 for 1 tonight, he is now just 4 for 28 in the postseason. Ball one. Comes the 1-0. That's low. It's 2-0. Koenig's 2-0. Ohtani rips it right to first. And stepping on the bag is Vaughn for the second out. And the batter will be Mookie Betts with 2 out, nobody on. Pitch to Betts in the air, right center field. And the catch made out there by the center fielder Frelick. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Dodgers in the seventh. Stretch time in Milwaukee. Game 1. Brewers still trail 1-0. Top of the order for the Brewers. Chourio, Yelich, and Contreras. Due up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Washington getting closer. They now trail the Bears 13-10, 3 minutes into the third quarter, and it is still the Falcons leading the Bills 21-14, 6.5 left in that game. So the Bills trying not to lose back-to-back games after that 4-0 start to the season. One run, 5 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, just 1 hit for the Brewers. Each team has played error-free baseball. Dodgers have had chances in this game. They've left 7 on base. Blake Snell started this game. He's went 6, and he will be back out for the 7th. He's only at 77 pitches. So he's not at a super high pitch count yet. Got the slimmest of margins to work with, though, a 1-run lead. And a dangerous 3 hitters for the Brewers coming up. Chourio, Yelich, and Contreras, top of the order. Jackson Chourio is 0 for 2 tonight. So here we go. Bottom inning number 7. Freddie Freeman, courtesy of the only run of the game, the home run in the 6th. Seems like it's been a long between inning break here. It was the stretch. Yeah, I don't think the Brewers fans have sat down since the take me out to the ball game was played. They are all standing. Snell has faced the minimum through 6 innings. And now the 3rd time through the order. First pitch, Blake Snell, bottom 7, ball 1. Chourio has struck out and grounded out tonight. 1-0 is foul. That'll even the count 1-1. One pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Jackson Chourio. Brewers regular season closer Trevor McGill is loosening in the bullpen. McGill got the Game 5 start in the division series against the Cubs on Saturday. 1-2 pitch to Chourio, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9 for Snell tonight, and it brings up Christian Yelich. He has struck out in both of his at-bats. Pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 pitch to Yelich. That's low, 1-1. One pitch outside, 2-1. William Contreras on deck. 2-1 pitch on the outside corner. It's 2-2. Two down low. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Snell about to throw his 87th pitch of the night. And the payoff. On the ground to second. 2 out. And it will bring up Contreras. Brewers have had just one base runner tonight. A leadoff hit by Durbin in the 3rd. 14 in a row have been retired by Blake Snell as Contreras hits it foul, strike one. Contreras has struck out and grounded out tonight. Snell looks in and delivers the 0-1 to Contreras, ball one. Looking to the Dodgers' eighth, Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith. 1-1 misses low. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch. One hop to third. Over to first. 7 shutout innings for Blake Snell. 15 in a row retired. We go to the eighth. 1-0 LA in game one. So will one run hold up in this game tonight? Got 2 innings left to find out as we head to the eighth. Chicago's added a field goal. They now lead Washington 16-10. They are at the 2-minute warning in Atlanta. The Falcons lead the Bills 21-14. Eighth inning we go. Trevor McGill coming in to pitch for the Brewers. McGill making his 4th appearance in the postseason. He's pitched 2 innings so far. He's given up 1 hit. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. McGill was the closer in the regular season for the Brewers. He had 30 saves this year. He's coming on to try to keep it where it is, a 1-run game. But the Brewers somewhere have to find some offense. Still down just 1 run as the Brewers pitching has been just about as sharp. Although Brewers pitching does have 5 walks tonight. He's given up 5 walks. First pitch, top 8, strike 1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Strike 1 pitch, down low, 1-1, the count to Teoscar. 1-1 pitch is hit into right field, and the catch made out there. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Brings up Freddie Freeman. Because of him that we have a score in the game, a solo home run for Freeman back in the 6th. The lone scoring of the night so far. Looking to the Brewers' 8th inning, it's going to be the middle of the order. Terang, Vaughn, and Frelick. Swing and a miss by Freeman, 0-1. A 1 pitch down low. Ball and a strike, the count on Freddie Freeman. One pitch. Hit foul, 1-2. One-two pitch to Freddie Freeman. Foul back. And earlier today in the American League, the Mariners beat the Blue Jays 10-3. So the Mariners are going home to Seattle with a 2-0 lead over the number 1 seed in the American League, the Blue Jays. 1-2 to Freeman is hit to right, and Freeman is off the wall. He just missed his 2nd home run, and Freeman into second standing up with a 1-out double here in the 8th. Boy, Freeman just missed his 2nd home run of the night. And it'll bring up Will Smith, who has 2 hits tonight. This would be a huge insurance run for the Dodgers. Will Smith, 2 for 3 tonight. Pitch to him. Foul back, strike 1. Oh, 1 popped up. Foul territory, first base side. That'll reach the seats. It's 0-2. Abner Uribe and Grant Anderson both in the Brewers bullpen warming up. McGill looks in on Will Smith and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. McGill's 1-2. Smith sends it in the air to right. That's on the warning track. Catch made by Jackson Churio. Tagging and heading to third is Freddie Freeman. So 2 outs. Smith gave that one a ride. but a long out, and it brings up Tommy Edman. Edman's 1 for 2 tonight. Inside, ball 1. Edman has singled, and he's also reached on a walk. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. That'll even the count 1-1. One to McGill, or from McGill to Edman is foul. It's 1-2, and now the Brewers fans will rise once again. Brewers fans rise, urging McGill to get this final strike and get out of the 8th unscathed. 1-2, hit foul. Edman stays alive. Another 1-2 pitch from McGill. Bounce foul once again. Edman staying alive. Another 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. McGill cannot put Tommy Edman away. Seventh pitch of the at-bat, the 1-2 pitch. Just missed, 2-2. McGill delivers a 2-2 pitch to Edman. Fouled again. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got Edman to chase. McGill gets out of it. Dodgers strand a runner at third. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 1-0. Dodgers have now stranded 8 on base tonight. But the Brewers have to find some offense, though. Turang, Vaughn, and Frelick, the middle third of the order, due up in the bottom of the 8th. Update you on the scores on those 2 Monday night NFL games. Washington has scored a touchdown. They have taken the lead on the Bears. It is 17-16 Washington. 2:56 to go in the third. Falcons have kicked a field goal. Falcons lead the Bills 24-14 with 50 seconds left. Bills are in the red zone, but they now need 2 scores. What a wild and crazy NFL season it's been so far through. This will be the end of the 6th week. The Indianapolis Colts at 5-1, the best team in football. I don't know that anybody saw that coming before the season. So will Snell be back out for the 8th inning? He's at 91 pitches through 7. And it looks like Snell is going to be back out here for the 8th. He has only allowed the one single to Durbin in the 3rd. He has retired the last 15 Brewers. So here we go. Bryce Turang leading it off in the bottom of the 8th. Turang 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch, bottom 8. Fouled away, strike 1. Do have a couple defensive changes for the Dodgers. Pages moves from center field to right field. And Justin Dean enters the game in center field. Teoscar Hernandez is out of the game. 0-1 pitch miss outside. It's a ball and a strike on Turang. Struck out and flown out tonight. It's the 1-1. Downstairs, it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. One hop to first. And beating Turang to the bag for the first out is Freddie Freeman. And it'll bring up Andrew Vaughn. Brewers bats have been quieted tonight by Blake Snell. Pitch to Vaughn, outside corner, strike 1. Vaughn's grounded out twice. That's one hop to third. Long throw to first, 2 outs. And it's going to bring up Sal Frelick. Pitch is a strike at the knees. A 1 pitch hit foul. It's 0-2 on Frelick. Snell looks in at Frelick and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. This next pitch, that pitch was number 100 on the night for Blake Snell. One-two pitch. Low and inside to Frelick, 2-2. Two-two. Low, full count. Durbin, who has the only hit of the night for the Brewers, he's standing on deck. Full count pitch to Frelick. Called strike 3. Frelick caught looking. 10 strikeouts for Blake Snell. He has shut out the Brewers through 8 on 1 hit. We go to the 9th in game 1. 1-0 Dodgers. Be the bottom third of the order. Muncy, Enrique Hernandez, and Pages in the 9th for the Dodgers. What a performance from Blake Snell tonight. 8 innings pitched, just 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. Absolutely shut down the Brewers' bats tonight as Snell. It has now gone final in Atlanta in the Monday Night Football game between the Bills and Falcons. Atlanta defeats the Bills 24-14. So the Bills now back-to-back losses after that 4-0 start. Atlanta improves to 3-2. They're heading to the 4th, just outside the nation's capital. Washington leading the Bears 17-16. Abner Uribe coming in to pitch here in the 9th for the Brewers. It's his 3rd postseason appearance. Did pick up a save in the division series. He's pitched 3 innings, walked 1, and struck out 3. As Uribe is the Brewers' 6th pitcher tonight. Max Muncy will lead it off in the 9th for the Dodgers. Muncy is 0 for 2 tonight. He has reached on a walk. I know the Dodgers still not feeling great with only the 1 run on the board because we know the kind of offense the Brewers have, although it has been shut down tonight. So Uribe in, first pitch, top 9, ball 1. One-zero pitch to Max Muncy. Strike 1. Bottom third of the Brewers order in the bottom of the 9th. Durbin, Collins, and Ortiz, the 3 scheduled hitters. 1-1 is downstairs, 2-1. Roki Sasaki is in the Dodgers bullpen, warming up. Uribe's 2-1 pitch to Muncy. Down low, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Inside corner, strike 2, full count. Time called before the 3-2 pitch. Uribe's payoff pitch to Muncy. Ball 4. That's a leadoff walk in the 9th. And it will bring up Enrique Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 3 tonight. He's doubled, and he struck out his other 2 at-bats. Showing bunt and taking a strike. Strike 1 pitch to Hernandez. Showing bunt again and missed it. It's 0-2. So now he may have to swing away on 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That's into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Muncy rounding second. And he'll hold there. And the Dodgers have 2 on with nobody out in the 9th. Muncy took a good turn around second, but put on the brakes. And Andy Pages will be the batter. Pages 0 for 3 tonight. Meeting on the mound here. Dodgers have now out-hit the Brewers tonight 7-1. Grant Anderson up in the Brewers bullpen. He was loosening earlier. First and second, no one out for the Dodgers, looking for some important insurance, still leading by just the 1 run. And Pages the batter. He shows bunt and gets it down, and there's only 1 play to first. Sacrifice successful. Uribe looked over to third, but saw he had no play. So now 2 in scoring position for the Dodgers with 1 out. And guess who's coming up? It's Ohtani. And they are going to intentionally walk Ohtani to load the bases. 3rd walk tonight to Ohtani, 2nd intentional. So the bases are loaded for Mookie Betts with 1 out. Betts 0 for 4 tonight, but boy, what a time he would be to get his first hit. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. There's nowhere to put him. It's 2-0. Low, it's 3-0. See if Betts takes a pitch here. .30 pitch from Uribe. That's a strike, 3-1. was wondering if Mookie Betts was going to have the green light there on 3-0, but didn't look like it. Three one. And the pitch. Hit foul, and that will fill the count 3-2. Uribe looks in on Betts. 3-2 payoff pitch with the bases loaded, and he walks in a run. 2-0 Dodgers. A bases loaded walk to Mookie Betts. And now he will deal with a pinch hitter. Alex Call will be the pinch hitter for the Dodgers. He is 3 for 3 in his 3 at-bats in the postseason. Serious danger time right now for the Brewers, and that pitch misses high. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. That's not close. It's 2-0. Two 0 pitch to Call. Strike. 2-1. Enrique Hernandez at third. Ohtani at second. Betts at first. The 3 base runners. Uribe's 2-1 pitch to Call. Popped up. That's not very deep at all. That's barely going to get off the infield. 2 outs. A big second out as Ortiz makes the catch. And here is Freddie Freeman with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Freeman homered back in the 6th. And he also doubled. Pitch to Freeman. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. Right down the middle there. Strike 1. Nail-biting time for the fans in the stands. 1 0 pitch, or 1-1 pitch. That's inside, 2-1. Dodgers being very disciplined at the plate. They know Uribe's been all over the place. Gonna make him throw a strike. 2-1. Freeman in the air to right center. Man, that's going to be caught on the warning track. Freeman just got under that one. And the Brewers are done in, or the Dodgers are done in the 9th. They get a run. It could have been worse for the Brewers. The bottom third of the order, Durbin, Collins, and Ortiz coming up in the bottom of the 9th. It's 2-0 Dodgers. They have now, the Dodgers have left 11 runners on base tonight. Brewers need 2 to tie. Blake Snell has retired the last 18 Brewers in this game. The Caleb Durbin single in the third inning, the only hit for the Brewers and the only base runner for the Brewers. And Blake Snell's evening is done after 8 innings. The Dodgers are bringing on Sasaki to try and close this out. Sasaki on for the 5th time. He's got 2 saves so far in the postseason. He's pitched 5 1/3 innings. He's only given up 1 hit, and he has 5 strikeouts. On to get the final 3 outs here and give the Dodgers a 1-0 series lead, and would give the Dodgers their first win against the Brewers all season. Brewers swept LA in both series this year. Again, Durbin, Collins, and Ortiz, the bottom third of the Brewers order here in the bottom of the 9th. So Blake Snell, what a performance tonight. He goes 8 innings, gives up 1 hit, and struck out 10. And as I mentioned, he retired the last 18 Brewers in a row. So it's all in the hands of Sasaki. Couple defensive changes. Pages is back into center field after moving over to right field, and Call, who came in as a pinch hitter, stays in the game to play right field. First pitch, bottom 9 to Durbin, ball 1. Justin Dean is out of the game. 1-0 pitch, strike 1. One from Sasaki to Durbin. Popped up. Muncy makes the catch. 1 out in the 9th, and it will bring up Isaac Collins. Ball 1 to Collins. Collins has struck out both at bats tonight. Brewers need to get 1 man on to get the tying run to the plate. Strike 1. Counts even, 1-1. One, outside, 2-1. Sasaki looks in and delivers the 2-1 to Collins. Outside, 3-1. Sasaki's 3-1 to Collins. Inside, ball 4. And the tying run will come to the plate. And it will be a pinch hitter for Joey Ortiz. It's going to be Jake Bauers to pinch hit. Bauers is 2 for 4 in the postseason, and one of those 2 hits is a home run. Just the second base runner all night for the Brewers. It snaps the string of 19 consecutive batters retired by Brewers pitching. Jackson Chourio, the top of the orders on deck. Sasaki looks in on Bowers, and the pitch. Inside, ball one. Bowers was a .235 hitter during the regular season. And that misses. It's 2-0. .20 pitch. Outside, 3-0. .30 to Bowers from Sasaki. Right down the middle, strike one, taken all the way. Now let's see if Bowers takes again or if he has the green light on 3-1. .31 pitch. The way it went around, that was ball four, too. It's a full count. Payoff pitch coming up to Bowers from Sasaki. In the air to center. That's hit pretty well. It's over the head, and it'll bounce over the fence for a rule book double. And the Brewers have the tying run in scoring position for Jackson Chourio. You gotta wonder if the Dodgers leaving all these runners on base tonight. If that was going to be a factor. Got a pinch runner for Bowers at first base. Brandon Lockridge. So Collins, the runner at third, his run doesn't mean anything. Lockridge, the pinch runner at second, does. And Jackson Chourio at the plate represents the winning run. Blake Treinen starting to loosen in the Dodger pen. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Chourio. In the air, right center. That's hit pretty well. That's going to get a run home for sure. The catch made by Pages. Tagging and scoring to make it a 2-1 game is Isaac Collins. And Lockridge, the tying run, moves to third. 2-1 ball game. So that was definitely a needed run. The Dodgers scored in the top of the ninth. And now Christian Yelich comes up with a runner at third and 2 outs. Tying run, 90 feet away. Ball one. Yelich 0 for 3 on the night. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Sasaki just needs one more out to get the Dodgers this Game 1 win in Milwaukee. That's down low. Great stop by Smith behind the plate to keep that from going to the backstop. That would have tied this game. Two-one to Yelich. Inside, 3-1. William Contreras is on deck. Three-one. Outside corner, and now the Brewers are down to their final strike. The payoff pitch. Yelich fouls it off to stay alive. Vezina now joins Treinen in the Dodger pen. Another 3-2 payoff pitch from Sasaki. Low ball 4, and the winning run is on for the Brewers. Sasaki walks his second man of the inning, and William Contreras comes up. And Dave Roberts makes his way out of the dugout. And Sasaki's coming out. He's not going to be able to close this out tonight. Treinen coming in to try to get the last out and get the Dodgers a Game 1 win. Oh boy. Treinen making his 5th appearance of the postseason. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings. He has given up 2 runs, 4 hits. He has struck out 2. He just needs to come on and get 1 out. So Sasaki goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 1 hit, 1 run so far. And he walked 2. Treinen coming on to try to get the save. Tying run 90 feet away. Winning run, Yelich is on at first base. And here comes William Contreras. Everybody on their feet at American Family Field. Treinen's pitch to Contreras. Foul back, strike 1. A 1 upstairs. 1-1. And Yelich takes second base, and the winning run now gets in scoring position. One pitch. Fouled back, and again, the Brewers down to their final strike. Brewers only had one base runner the first 8 innings. 1-2 pitch. Downstairs, 2-2. Bryce Terang, the on-deck hitter. 2-2. Upstairs, that'll fill the count. Traden looks in, and the full count pitch to Contreras. Ball 4, they're loaded. The bases are loaded for Bryce Terang. My goodness gracious. Dodgers need 1 out to get out of this with a win. A base hit to the outfield probably wins it for the Brewers. Here's Terang. Traden's pitch. Foul ball, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch to Terang. Low, 1-1. One. Strike 2. And for the third time, the Dodgers are a strike away. One-two pitch. Inside, 2-2. That almost hit Terang, which would have tied the game. Oof. 2-2 pitch. So got him! A swing and a miss, and the Dodgers pull this out. 2-1 the final. Traden got Terang to chase a high one. Well, if this isn't any indication how this series is going to be, my goodness gracious. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Dodgers, but they left 11 on base tonight. That's not going to cut it the whole series. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Brewers. They leave them loaded in the 9th. Snell gets the win. Trainin picks up the save. And Patrick suffers the loss for Milwaukee. Wow, wow, wow. Game 2 tomorrow, it's Yamamoto going for the Dodgers. Freddie Peralta will take the mound for the Brewers. That would have been, had the Brewers come back, that would have been one of the most toughest no decisions a pitcher would have gotten, because that's what Blake Snell would have gotten. And how big was that insurance run in the 9th inning the Dodgers picked up? It's the run they needed, and they win this game 2-1 and take the opener. Wow. Gonna sign off here for the evening. Again, my name here is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. Watch me on Twitch tonight, Sport Guru John. I will be back tomorrow night, and hopefully it'll be just as exciting as this one. Game 2 of the NLCS. Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Peralta going for the Brewers. This is going to be a fun one, it looks like. All right, again, just after 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, first pitch, same time as tonight. I'll be on about 5 minutes prior. Get set for Game 2, Dodgers and Brewers. Talk to you then on